Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Does anyone remember what happened to me last time I took a trip? What happened with the Uber? How mad I was? Yeah, so I've spent the last half hour, 30 minutes, no exaggeration, none, trying to get an Uber or a Lyft. None. Zero. No cars available in Las Vegas on a Friday at 11 a.m. So I'm trying to catch a bus, which I'm gonna miss because I can see it coming. Wish me luck. Well, I made the bus. Still mad. Okay, I caught the bus. As you saw, I didn't want to take the bus. Firstly, because it's 100 degrees. I'm wearing black polyester. And sometimes the bus takes 40 minutes just to get a couple miles. But I got here by noon. I have 50 minutes till my show time. I do have a lot of emails to check. So I'm gonna be on time, but that was very frustrating. Hey, how are you? Very frustrating. Hey guys, hi. So I'm on the plane. I'm flying chaser. I don't like being a chaser. I hate being a chaser. But this whole month is me chasing. We have 112 people going to Kansas City. I'm flying back from Kansas City to Las Vegas. The time's about 2:25, I think, going to Kansas City. And then I fly to LA. But so I stay on the same plane, which is nice. So I think we are boarding. I'll see you later. Hey guys, hello. So we are in Kansas City. The flight was kind of inconsequential. Well, we had one guest who was throwing up. The volume was, it was something else. I'll tell you, the poor man was hurting. Yeah, so took care of him as best I could. And then the biggest challenge is the fact that we are sold out of everything. We have tequila and we have Buffalo Trace, bourbon, nothing else. I have no sodas, no mixers, a couple juices. We're almost out of water. Nothing. And we have to fly into Vegas like that. We're not being catered here. I don't think we should do service. Whatever. All right. My crew just showed up a moment ago. The planes are being cleaned and off to Vegas. And then, where am I sleeping tonight? LA. I'll see you in Vegas. Hey guys, hi. So we're in Vegas, and we're having this discussion now with my new crew, including Kenley.
Yes, including me.
Right there.
I agree with whatever he
Who's
said.
one of my favorite people. Not to have service. We're just going from Vegas to LA. We have nothing. I have like 7 bottles of water. And as I've mentioned earlier, I think we have tequila and bourbon. That's it. No food. We have some cup of noodles, but we have no forks. So we're just having that discussion as to not to have a service, which is against our policy, but we have nothing to serve them. And this has been, it's been 5 legs, I think, where we haven't had food, anything catered to the plane. So I don't know what the problem is, but whatever. This last leg was not fun, mostly because I think one of our flight attendants in the back started serving or sold something to somebody, and one person saw that, and the other person, and just all of a sudden, all over the place, call bells are ringing, and people are trying to buy stuff. We have nothing to sell. It was a really difficult, it was a challenge to provide customer service at that point. It was just not pleasant. Blah, blah, blah. But everyone was super nice and super patient. Loved them. So yeah, it wasn't the worst. I did have to remind myself a couple times that I had the easiest job in the air. So yeah, so there you go. We're flying to LA from here. I don't know if I've made any sense in the last few minutes, only because I've eaten a handful of animal crackers with peanut butter. I did have some cup of noodle. Is that it? I think that's it. And my duty day is like 11 hours today. I meant to get a sandwich or something at Starbucks when I was coming into work, but Starbucks had no sandwiches, just like banana bread or something. So blah, blah, blah. Very strange that the cleaners are just arriving. We've been here on the ground for like 20-25 minutes. I'm rambling now, so I will talk to you guys once we get to LA. All right, see you soon. Whew. All right, we're in LA. The flight was super short, super frustrating, mostly because one of our guests, he said he didn't want to wear a mask. He had one because you have to have one to board our plane. He's like, I just don't want to wear it. Oh, here's our shuttle. Yay! Yay! He had one, he just didn't want to wear it. And it was just this fight to get him to wear a mask. Whatever, the shuttle's here. I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, hi. So I just arrived in my LA hotel. And I kind of want to laugh, only because if you remember my layover hotel in Boston, the accent wall color is the color of diarrhea, really. It's exactly the same color. The room's pretty bad. The hotel's awesome, but this room is just bad. So I was telling you that this one passenger, just refused to wear his mask. So he comes on board, no mask. He sits down. He's right in front of us. So I said, sir, please, would you please put your mask on? In a tone that always works. Not this time. And he's flat out gorgeous, number one. Flat out gorgeous. He's wearing these super cool sneakers that you know cost a boatload of money with flames painted all over them. And he's wearing socks that have flames on them to continue the look. And every bit of his appearance was curated to be just gorgeous, and he was built like a superhero. He was just, oh my God. All of that out the window because of his attitude, honestly, for just not wearing this mask. And I wasn't trying to shame him into it, it's just, we only asked you to do something so simple as to wear a mask for 45 minutes. For 45 minutes. His beard was like this long, curated, beautifully, like a bonsai. He had just spent so much time, but that mask was just too much. So I asked him, a couple times, lightly, friendly, please wear your mask. I just pop that mask on for me, thank you. And he's like, I don't have, whatever. He's like, I don't want to, in the end. I'm like, well, it is required, sir. So just please, it's a very short trip, 45 minutes. And he goes on and on and on. Normally, I would let it go. I didn't this time. And I'm like, sir, there's like 180 people on this plane. Everyone is wearing their mask for the safety and protection of everyone else on the aircraft. So please, for everyone's protection, just pop that mask on. It's a very short flight. Yeah. He would put it on for like 5 seconds, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to talk about him too much. Just too much energy. But it was just really frustrating for that to be like the last thing on top of a very long day. A long day. I'm sure after I've been back to flying to a regular schedule, this won't be as frustrating as it was. Because in the end, it's really nothing. But it was his willfulness. Like, no. Oh, my God. So, I'm going to, otherwise the flight was flawless because everyone else paid attention to what we asked them to do. So I'm going to throw some pot stickers in the microwave and eat because I'm starving. Did I talk to you guys about my meal prep? I don't know if I did. So yesterday, I took the day before yesterday, I took a pork loin out of the freezer, put it in the fridge to defrost, and then yesterday I threw it in my Instant Pot and I seared all the sides and I cooked that and some onion and some chicken stock, and then I cooked some onions, some potatoes and carrots, and then I cooked down some cabbage, and then I continued to saute that until it was soft, and it was yummy, so delicious with the chicken stock and the pork, and oh, it was so good. And I portioned it all out and I meal prepped, and I was so proud of myself. I ate a little bit of it last night for dinner before going to my recovery meeting, and I felt fine for probably an hour. And I'm at the meeting and like my stomach goes, and I'm like, ooh. Oh, that's alarming. And then it goes, and just, it got worse in that hour, hour and a half. And, yeah, it got a little scary. It was making some noises, my gut. And I'll just say, without being too colorful, this is a hint as to what happened. Okay, this accent color wasn't pretty, and it kept going. So all night, it's not good. My stomach was very unhappy, and I know that all I ate was just that little bit of pork and some cabbage and potatoes and stuff. But it looked so yummy. So I'm gonna include right after this clip a couple little short clips, super short, to kind of show off what I was doing. It's kind of a mixture of what I've made in the past few months, the pork loin and potatoes and carrots, and suddenly I'm on this cabbage kick. I don't know why I like cabbage so much all of a sudden, but it looked so delicious, but it affected me in a disastrous fashion. So it's all in the fridge, all still packed up for meal prepping, but I have to throw it away because the result I received was from only having a little bit. If I ate a whole meal of that, I have no idea. I could lose weight. You know I'm hungry. Here I am talking about losing weight by such an unattractive fashion, right? All right, so I'm going to eat, let you guys go, and then I should stop touching my face, right? And then go to bed. I have a 10:30 a.m. van time. It's given me an hour to get from here to my gate in LA, which is like super quick, but I don't want to risk, running late, getting caught getting randomed, blah, blah, blah. I will talk to you tomorrow, and I'll give you a room tour tomorrow because it's just too dark for one now. Toodaloo. All right, guys, so before I show you what I made in my Instant Pot, this is my lunch bag, which some of you have seen before. It's a Magecto large lunch bag. It's not available right now on Amazon for some reason, but when it is, I'm going to let you know because I have to show you this. I packed my lunch bag this morning at about 11:15 in the morning, West Coast time. So, and it's just about midnight. So it's more than 12 hours, almost 13 hours. 13 hours. And if you look, I have these pot stickers. This is, look, listen. Still frozen. Frozen solid. Look, listen. Isn't that crazy? 13 hours. My ice packs are still completely frozen. I think that is pretty remarkable. And yes, I've just packed a whole bunch of pot stickers because I had meal prepped. I had made all these great meals, but whatever, I threw these in my bag. They're still frozen, but not for long because I'm going to eat a whole package of them right now. All right. I'm giving this pork loin a little color. For a few minutes on each side. Now I'm trying to deglaze the bottom of the pot. This is an Instant Pot, actually branded spatula kind of thing that is amazing. I got it for $8 at Marshall's, and it's great for deglazing and scraping, and it's great. Love it. All right, so I deglazed the pot with some chicken stock, and then I put a big giant onion in there, chopped up, the pork loin on top of that, and I'm going to cook it for about 15 minutes. Now, doesn't that look good? I think that looks delicious. It is cooked. I cooked it about 15 minutes in the pressure cooker. It got to about 160 degrees. I think that's probably safe. Now I just threw in a couple large-ish Yukon Gold potatoes and some carrots into the chicken stock and all the stuff from the pork. I'm going to cook that for about 5 minutes. Okay, there are the carrots and the potatoes. First time ever my carrots aren't mush. And now the cabbage, I have a small cabbage in the Instant Pot cooking for a few minutes just to kind of break it down a little bit before I kind of saute it to death. And there's the pork loin all sliced up for meal prep. It's delicious, by the way. Oh my god, so good. All right, you want to see you want to see how desperate I am? These are some pot stickers I microwaved. They are piping hot. They're super, super hot. So good. And in here, that little cup, I mixed the little sauce packet it came with, 2 packets of hot sauce from Wendy's, and a little honey from my lunch bag. And it made a really nice little sauce. And I'm using the tongs from the ice bucket. I will do anything. I did wash them first, and I will wash them after I use them. But this is my dinner. I feel like I'm camping. Hey, good morning. It's about 10:20. I've got 10 minutes before I have to be downstairs. So I thought I'd give you a quick room tour. Let's start with the bathroom. So, of course, bathroom, toilet, artwork. This just kind of blows my mind that this is totally soaking wet for my shower, and clearly it gets wet at everyone else's shower as well. Those little pumps, which are environmentally sound, but I hate them because they never give you what you want. Microwave, fridge. I used the microwave last night. The fridge I didn't bother with. My lunch bag was fine last night with some extra ice. TV, which I never watch. Desk, which I ate there last night. That's about it. And then the bed was super comfortable. Loved the pillows. And that wall, as you saw last night, is kind of disgusting. It's like fake pretend, almost faux leather. And then outside, pretty typical view of the city. Oh, there's a Southwest plane coming in. All right. The room feels like it should be somewhere like in the Midwest. It doesn't feel like it should be in LA. This does not feel like LA, but I digress. Let me get downstairs, see if there's something to eat. I think there's like a fake Starbucks or something down there, and then get to the airport. I'll talk to you later. Of course, it was randomed in LA because I'm randomed everywhere. My glasses are fogging up. I got about 35 minutes before my show time, so I'm gonna get a breakfast sandwich or something here at the Coffee Bean. Maybe some caffeine. Yeah, there you go. All right, so I will see. Oh, these glasses. I will see you in Fort Lauderdale next. Hey guys, all right, so I just got off the plane from LA. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. The crew was amazing, just amazing. Super junior, not super junior, but pretty junior. Just amazing, amazing crew. Full-ish flight was about 125 people. Almost everyone was perfect, almost. There's a couple mask rebels, but a lot of kids, and they were all great. Just a really, really nice flight. This is one of those days that you're like, oh, I love my job, you know. Long day, but worth it. we got here, oh, wait, this, can you see? There was not a drop to be seen. Now it is pouring. You might even hear it. There's a terrific thunderstorm. Oh, I'm not sure if you saw that flash. It was a big flash of lightning. Did you hear that thunder? I don't know if you can. So we got here, deplaned, and there were maybe 30 people waiting for, a lot of kids. So about 30 people waiting for strollers and all that stuff. And so I went down to the jet bridge, the gate, to find out like what's going on. The ramp is closed. And I'm like, the ramp's closed? There's a terrific storm, a horrible thunderstorm. It's supposed to pass through real quickly, but this thunderstorm came out of nowhere, and bam! And there's some of the rain right there. Kind of hoping the lightning strikes just for... Oh! On cue! Lightning strikes! Ooh. It's a bad storm. The pilot was like, this is not good. And so he was wondering if we had to cancel or delay. Instead, we're gonna delay boarding a bit because we only have like 50 people and this plane holds 182. We're going to delay boarding a little bit. Rather than delay the flight, we're going to kind of push back boarding because the storm should pass by really quickly, and then we'll just get these passengers on the plane and then shoot off to New Orleans. And that's my hope, because I really don't want to get stuck here. You hear that thunder? Not good, not good. In 3.5 years, I have to say, I've only flown through a storm like once, and it was enough. I'll tell you that, it was enough. All right, so I'm going to grab a snack and a beverage because I'm hungry and thirsty, and I will talk to you hopefully in New Orleans soon. What I don't want to happen is to talk to you soon about a delay or a cancellation, because I don't want that after this last long flight. All right, toodaloo, I'll see you soon. Yeah, so we were supposed to board about now. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. All of the ramp agents, all the marshalers, all those people on the ground out there are hiding from the weather outside, so I doubt we'll be boarding anytime soon. So there'll be probably a bit of a delay. My layover in New Orleans is just over 20 hours. I was deciding whether or not I was going to go into New Orleans or just stay in my hotel because of, you know, pandemic and everything. We are boarding in a minute. Huh. So even if there's a delay, I'm just going to probably hang out in my hotel room. All right, I'll see you in New Orleans. Hey guys, hi. So I'm in New Orleans, well, right outside of New Orleans in a place called Kenner. I am deeply tired. You know, if you have never noticed, and maybe I shouldn't point it out because I don't want you to look at my flaws, all of them. But you know, I am very asymmetrical. I'm not sure if you've ever noticed, but my eyes are very different. Do you see how different my eyes are? Now you'll never not see it. But when I'm super tired, I think this eye just like drops. It's just, I look like I'm like melting, or it looks like someone tried to make a copy of my face with a piece of silly putty and tried not to stretch it, but they did, you know. So I have a lot of flaws. Right now, I am waiting for my Hot Logic Mini to heat up a little bit of frozen lasagna. It's about 11:30 at night, and I wouldn't normally eat this late, but I had a breakfast sandwich this morning with a cookie, and then I had a cup of noodle early on this last leg, and I'm just like really super hungry, like ridiculously hungry. And I'm gonna eat some crackers and peanut butter in a minute while I wait for this to heat up. I have 20 hours here, so I'm gonna be able to sleep nice and deeply, hopefully. And then tomorrow, my van time isn't until 6 o'clock. So I'm trying to debate whether or not I should stay in the room and maybe film something, excuse me, or take a quick Uber, because it's really close, into the French Quarter and just walk around outside. I wouldn't feel comfortable going inside anywhere, unless it's like Cafe du Monde, where I can just kind of scoot in and scoot out for some beignets or something. But I'm thinking of going into town because I just don't know if I want to spend the whole day in this room, because it's not a great room. Yeah, so we'll see. You'll find out in a minute or two if I go into town or not. But so I have not decided. Let's see. This last leg was fine. We only had 60 guests coming in from Fort Lauderdale to New Orleans. The passengers were all fine. Most of them were really low key. I flew with 4 gay guys. Well, 3 other gay guys. It was really weird to have all 4 of us on a plane. I've only flown twice, I think, with a full-on gay male cast of cabin crew, and it was really nice. One of my favorite people on base was lead tonight, which is great. When I first started 3.5 years ago, I had 1 work shirt. The rest of them were on back order. Why is the light coming in and out? I don't know. But he gave me 2 of his brand new work shirts. So he was just instantly super helpful and friendly. So it was nice to work with him tonight. Tomorrow, if today was long, and it was, oh
my goodness, it was a long day. Tomorrow is going to be even longer. So tomorrow I fly to Vegas from New Orleans and then to Tampa. We only have an hour sit, so I won't even have time to grab anything to eat. So we'll see. I didn't pack anything that I can eat on the plane. I just didn't, I don't know. Meal prepping did not work this week. I am missing my cats like you would not believe. I was just sitting here a minute ago, like thinking about Buddy and how bored he must be right now and how upset he's going to be with me when I get home. But because this trip, I'm gone from base for like 82 hours, which is a long time for me. My trips are usually about 68 to 70 hours. So to be gone for 82 hours, he's going to be really kind of upset with me. And I don't get back until late on the 4th day. So he won't be going out until the day after that. But he'll have to recover because I'm gone a lot this month. I'm flying a lot. This is the most, July is going to be the most I've ever flown. I have four 4 days and two 3-day trips. So this is the most I've ever flown. My check in August is gonna rock. I can't wait to put it into savings because I wanna, I wanna make some plans. All right, I'm gonna see if my Hot Logic, it's not quite hot yet. So I'm gonna eat some peanut butter and crackers and then maybe watch some YouTube and then see what I'm doing tomorrow. So I will see you in your time, just a few minutes, but I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.
Hey guys, how are ya? So this is my layover. How exciting is this? What a disastrous layover. I saw you last night about 11:30. I did get to eat my lasagna before I went to bed. Went to bed, lay in bed, no sleep. Wide awake, but not, and not asleep, but not, whatever. A mess. About 3:30 a.m. I decided to take a melatonin. Big mistake, because at 5:30 in the morning, still not sleeping, but crazy. So I just lay in bed. I listened to an audio recording of a Arthur C. Clarke 2001, and that was kind of fun. I missed pieces because I did drowse in and out. What are these? They look like coffins. Yeah, just nothing. Miserable night. And so about 1:30 this afternoon, it's about 2 o'clock now, I decided I'd leave the room just to go in search of a coffee or a little sandwich or something small to eat for lunch. I've got some pot stickers left over for dinner. So I asked the front desk person, I said, is there anything nearby? She said, there's a gas station and there's a cafe. But I have to cross that to get to the cafe. Well, if this video continues, you'll know I survived crossing the road. Wish me luck. Are any of you old enough to remember a video game called Frogger? That's exactly what my circumstance was just like, crossing that road behind me. I almost got squashed. Alright, so I'm going to this cafe called it's called the TikTok Cafe. It doesn't look very enticing, but I'm hungry. Alright, I'm a little hopeful. This looks good. To a room tour and a final check as to whether or not I took everything with me. So yes, I've grabbed everything out of the bathroom. Anyone notice that brown seems to be a very popular color in hotel rooms? Ick. Little weird hall mirror. The furniture's kind of odd here. Bed was okay. The bed was okay. Not to nitpick, but I was very unsure about the stain on this sheet here. Didn't notice it until I woke up, of course, and how scratched up the headboard is. Not to nitpick, and this teeny tiny chair. This chair is much smaller than it looks on camera. It's the size of my torso. I mean, that whole top. And then the view, which is pretty traditional. There you go. All right, I've got 15 minutes to get downstairs for the van. Plenty of time. And I'm off to the airport. We're gonna head to Las Vegas. That's not a really long trip, but then we have to turn around and go to Tampa, which is gonna take forever. We're not scheduled to arrive in Tampa until 5:55 tomorrow morning, so yay. And I have a 10-hour layover there. Woohoo! All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, I've learned to never leave my hotel room key in the room when I leave because I always forget one thing. I forgot my mask. But we're in Metairie, Louisiana, not Kenner. We're in Metairie. Not a tourist destination, just saying. There's my crew. All right, let's go to the airport. Not happy. I have to do a gratitude list just to kind of remind myself how really my life is so easy. I got down to the hotel lobby, plenty of time for the shuttle. Get down there and the front desk, lady at the front desk comes over and says, oh, the shuttle might be 5 or 6 minutes late, okay? 20 minutes, he pulls up. And there's a new airport in New Orleans. It's gorgeous. It's huge, sprawling, wide open, beautiful. And we're at the other end of it. So we had to walk forever. And guess who got randomed? You betcha. So it's just, I was just very frustrated, feeling like you had to rush through the airport. We still got here with like 10 minutes to spare, but who wants to show up at the gate at your check-in time? Not me. So checks are done, all ready to go. We got 100 and something people on board, 100 people on board, 1 UM, going to Vegas, and then Tampa. I need a haircut. I got these little chicken feathers on my head. Whatever. So we're still in New Orleans. Where our pilots didn't show up. I guess they're flying in from Detroit on a flight that was delayed a couple hours. So the challenge is that we boarded the plane like normal. We had a little over 100 people, I think, 110 people. And we boarded like normal. Most people were fine. Then we're sitting here waiting. Paperwork's here, we're waiting. And then we know we have 1 UM and they didn't bring the UM down. So we're kind of like, what's going on? And we know he was out there. And then we're standing here waiting, and the gate agent comes down and starts whispering to my lead. And the lead's like, don't come whispering at me. He already knew. He already knew what was going on. He had a feeling. So they land from Detroit. They land in about 45 minutes. So it's like an hour and a half late. We have to board again once they get on board. They have to do all their safety checks for this aircraft, which takes a little while. Then we're gonna board again. I don't know how long it's gonna be for a delay in us getting to Las Vegas. My secret wish, which will not come to pass because I would be too lucky. It would be too lucky for this to happen. But my secret wish is that my flight will be delayed enough that they have to get a reserve to fly to Tampa. And then they maybe just, cancel the rest of the flight for me. That would be nice, because I'd be pay protected for those last 3 legs. But because tomorrow I'm scheduled to fly after a 10-hour rest, a 10-hour layover. I'm supposed to fly from Tampa to Nashville and then Nashville to Vegas. So we'll see. I don't think it's gonna happen, but a boy can wish, right? All right, I'm gonna have some peanuts, bottle of water, and just maybe close my eyes for a few minutes because I didn't get much sleep at all last night. So wish me luck. Hey guys, hi. So I'm in Tampa and it is super humid here, waiting for the shuttle. I'm lying because I'm in Las Vegas, thank you very much. Do you remember I was telling you about the slim, ultra slim chance that I might be pulled from this trip because of this delay? Well, thank you very much. We got here, I think we were landing when the Tampa flight was supposed to be pushing. So, this is why we sit ready reserve, or this is why new flight attendants sit ready reserve, in that you have to be in the crew room in the event that things like this happen. So I refreshed my phone the minute that all of our guests left. I turned my phone on and I saw that I was on TAJ for the remainder of this trip. So I was probably supposed to wait for crew scheduling to call me, but I was a little over eager, as you'd imagine. So I called them up and I said, hey, hi, my name is Steven. This is my number. I just noticed my schedules change. And they said, yes, you're on TAJ for the remainder of the footprint of your pairing, which is like another 30 hours. So very excited. So I'm on TAJ. They called someone while we were just probably landing. They called someone who was sitting ready reserve in the crew room. This is why we sit ready reserve in case things like this happen. And one of the people I met in the crew room there said that she was super excited. Whoever it was that got called, she was excited because she lives in Tampa, apparently, or something like that. She's from Tampa. But I don't think she understands, or they understand, that the layover in Tampa is 10 hours and 40 minutes. So not a great layover in Tampa. Because tomorrow she's flying to Tampa tonight. Tomorrow she's flying to Nashville and then to Las Vegas. But I'm not. I am over the moon. I'm literally hovering off the pavement. The only thing that could have made this night better is if Uber had any cars available. They didn't. I'm having a lot of trouble with Uber. I don't know what the problem is. I was supposed to get an Uber. It was supposed to take 15 minutes to arrive and pick me up. It was going to cost me like $3 more than usual for some reason. And then as I'm standing here waiting for it, that trip cancels and no cars are available. I tried Lyft, the Lyft app, and I waited for probably 10 minutes for it to kind of cycle, finding me a driver. No drivers available. At least Uber tells you there are no drivers available. Lyft just kind of sits there and leaves you hanging. So I came downstairs and I'm gonna take the bus home. Normally I would be very upset about taking the bus because it's 100 degrees, even at 11 o'clock at night, but I'm home 30 hours earlier than I was supposed to be. So here's my bus now. I will see you guys later. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Claire. Excited to have me home? No? Hey guys, hi. Whew, this heat. I got about 10 more minutes before my bus shows up. So I just left Walmart, which is back there. That parking lot is like walking across the Sahara. Sorry the mask is on. It's just a hassle to get on and off. It's easier to breathe in than most other masks, but it's a hassle to get on and off, so I'm just leaving it on. So I just went to Walmart. It's gonna take me about 3 hours, my average, just to buy some cat treats. But my grocery store is out of them. Walmart had 8 boxes on the shelf, and that does equal $80. Yes, I know. That has not been lost on me. If you're gonna judge me on that, feel free to unsubscribe and walk away. Fine with me. No loss. No loss. This will be enough to keep my cats happy for this month and maybe next, depending on how I fly next month. So we'll see. But it's this bag of cat treats is going to equal sanity for me and my 3 cats. The 3 of which were not very happy with me when I got home last night. Claire is always chill. She's always happy. So no complaints there. She's the best behaved of my 3 cats. Eleanor was a little I wouldn't say afraid of me, but she was just used to seeing me every day. And then to not see me for 3 days, she was like a little skittish. That's the word. Buddy was mad. Buddy just got very mad. He is very possessive of me. He's very territorial of me. When I'm with him and the other cats come up, he kind of shushes them away. And so he really likes me to be around. And when I'm gone on this last trip, he's not used to it. He's used to me being around every day now. So he was really mad. And he calmed down a little bit this morning, but he's nowhere near as affectionate as usual. So I'm hoping he'll warm up today. He'll be unhappy again because, you know, I have a full schedule this month. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm just super, super glad to have been pulled off this trip. After not working for like, you know, really 2.5 months, to have a super long 4-day trip. I usually have short 4-day trips. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I'm not scheduled to be home until tonight around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So I'm so glad to have been home, to sleep in my bed, and spend time with the cats and you. Ta-da! So there is my vlog of my first 4-day back. I'm going to head back to my bus stop so that I don't miss it, just in case it speeds by early. And let's see, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, and fly safe. Bye.